Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's cHB, and it's competitive historic Brawl Friday. Gotta play Brawl on Friday. And because we can't be accused of being biased in the Brothers' War, we must also showcase Mishra, claimed by Gix, the other mythic meld commander from the Brothers' War. What I love most about this Rakdos kind of mid-rangey deck is that you get to play a lot of interesting tutors because Mishra claimed by Gix melds with the Dragon Engine, and the Dragon Engine has Unearth, which means we can bring it out of the graveyard with haste. So cards that search our library for a card that we then put into our graveyard become much more interesting. So we have a bunch of interesting tutors in this deck that we wouldn't usually run in other decks. Cards like Burning Rune Demon, cards like Gravebreaker Lamia, cards like Goblin Engineer, which is probably my favorite one as it's only 2 mana to search your library for an artifact that you put into your graveyard. Then you can sacrifice any artifact to get an artifact card with mana value 3 or less, like the Dragon Engine, back onto the battlefield. Very cool stuff. So ways to get your Dragon Engine and meld it with Mishra. Other things that you can fetch with your graveyard tutors are Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, and Tenacious Underdog in certain matchups. Both of these can be really cool cards to just throw into your graveyard and use for value. Speaking of value, the number one problem I found when tuning Mishra claimed by Gix is that the first thing that comes to mind with this sweet attack trigger of draining the opponent is that you should just play a lot of cheap creatures and be very aggressive. However, Mishra claimed by Gix wasn't nearly as good at this strategy as Judith Scourge Diva is. And in fact, when the opponents figured that out and they just focused in on killing Mishra, well, everything got very hard. You lost a lot of games that way. So I turned the deck towards a mid-range deck and even built in a Planeswalker sub-theme. You see that we have 8 Planeswalkers over here to give us a board presence that isn't completely reliant on having creatures, because Mishra claimed by Gix, it's very easy, too easy, to go all in on being an aggressive strategy in a format that really punishes aggressive strategies if their commanders aren't absolutely insane. So Mishra isn't quite the insane aggressive commander we need. It's not Winota, Joiner of Forces pre-nerf. It's not that level of power. So we need to be able to fall back to a strategy of grinding the opponent down, and that's what most of the rest of the deck is dedicated to doing. Solid removal, hand hate, disruption, planeswalkers. We can play a grindy game if the opponent focuses all their removal and interaction on Mishra and just drive them into the ground. Our Dragon Engine strategy and our putting stuff in the graveyard strategy still works under those conditions. So I think you're going to enjoy these games, but if you didn't come here for historic Brawl, you probably turned off the video already, so this is a total waste of intro time, sorry. But there are additional videos being posted. I still post standard 7 times a week, I should say, but one of those videos is on CoolStuffInc.com's YouTube channel. Another one is on the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel. You should check out those channels because at least once a week there's a standard video there that you may have missed. It's more cHB, it's extra cHB. The decks are usually different from what I play here, so you should check them out. All right, let's dive in. Let the Mishra claimed by Gix nonsense begin. We are on the play with a turn 2 Rahilda, which can be very good on the play. We're up against Cormela the Glamour Thief. This is one I haven't seen outside of draft, but it makes mana to cast instants or sorceries and could be interesting. Our opponent's very thematic here with the guild family sleeves from New Capenna, and they're going to have a goblin pet. So I'm not sure exactly what their deck does. In Grixis with instants and sorceries, I'm guessing that they can kill Rahilda, but we're going to try it anyway. Because what are we if not aggressive? Here we go. Please, opponent. Body race me or ramp or something. Yeah, there we go. Love to see it. Yeah. Hit. Fable. Wow, it doesn't get much better than that. So, what do you guys think? Are they going to counter this Fable? How do we turn down a turn 3 Fable from our opponent's deck? It's beautiful. All right. They didn't do anything for turns 1 and 2. They better have some good 3 mana cards. And they have a tough choice here. Kolaghan's Command. They're going to make me discard a card, and they're going to kill the Feral Outlaw. What do we discard? I don't think it... Should it be the Mountain? I think I'm actually discarding the Village Rites here because everything else about our hand is so good. There's a Summit. Let's swap one land now that we've drawn the land we need. Scrap Heap Scrounger would have been a good card to discard. We could drop the Mishra, but I think we just want to Lulth up, to be honest. I mean, who doesn't want to Lulth up? Add a Planeswalker and 4 more power to this board.
Darkness will do what I demand.
It's a lot for Grixis to deal with. That's a ton of pressure without our commander, too. Add in the commander. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, another command. Those are very helpful cards for these situations. And it gets Lulth off the field. They bazooka bog me. Owie. Burn down the house. Devils. So, I think that there is a good chance the opponent sweeps the board. So let's attack, not play Mishra, and play the Sorin and plus. So we're still putting on pressure from a variety of angles. Reveal another Planeswalker. That's why I love having the Planeswalkers in this deck along with Mishra, so we can attack on other angles. We don't run out of stuff to do. There's the hook. How do you know that they have a sweeper in that spot like I just did? I will tell you right now. They haven't conceded. If you're playing in Historic Brawl and the opponent does not scoop when they're behind, think of the worst possible scenario for you. They have it. Now I'm deciding whether or not to go Burn Down the House Devils or Scrap Heap Scrounger Ob. I think it's Devils. We want to keep life total pressure high. And if the opponent somehow kills all Planeswalkers and creatures, which is doable, then we want to keep the damage coming. But we did get around, like, say, their Burn Down the House by plussing Sorin. This is the meat hook from Alchemy. The scuffed hook. It means that they don't gain life when our creatures die. And that's a big deal when they're behind. Karn. Okay.
I battled with the forces of good.
What does a Karn do? Plus? There's a Burn Down the House. We'll give them the Crux of Fate. But look at the double sweeper there. Grim Tutor. They're going so low on life. Aren't they just... Are they dead to Mishra? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. If they kill this, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Angrath. Land.
My ways are not for the weak.
Let's go with Mishra. Let's go face as the place. Opponent goes to 1. Facing a lot of angles of pressure here. Might as well play out the Scrounger. Keep that pressure high. All right, opponent, get out of it. Get out of it if you can. Like, if they get the Burn Down the House and cast it, they die to the Devils. That's a life. River's Rebuke. Yeah? Okay. But I got one more trick up my sleeve. And here it comes. I've been told. There's a rumor.
You're just fuel for the fire.
No fire, no steel. Angrath hits a drop back fadeaway 2-pointer for the game. Today's Patreon shout out goes out to Skyzilla. I want to make a Godzilla sound, but I'm bad at it. But Godzilla is awesome. Skyzilla, you joined the token tier, so some sweet tokens are on their way to you. A shark, a wolf, maybe even a fervent champion. Thank you very much. Skyzilla, you're very cool. Now back to the video. We are on the draw. We have Dark Ritual Liliana. We also have an opponent with Tatyova, which can be a very tough outing if the deck is built well. Say 50 to 60 lands to make sure that you're always drawing, and a bunch of extra turn cards. We're gonna keep. Crossroads gives you a little scry. Now we test the opponent's softness. Aha!
This is my home, and I don't appreciate you.
What do you think, opponent? You want to play more Magic? You've been Dark Ritualed. Dun 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 dun. Ah, Uro. Maybe they don't want to leave. Oh no! Valky could have hit that. Oh well. Sousa's Many Journeys. Now you can play multiple lands. Eventually that'll turn into a threat. Here's Valky. Ooh, Oracle. Alright, and Portal. That's very expensive. Alrighty. That got him. Softness confirmed. I don't even blame him. When I run into people playing Liliana of the Veil as commander, 9 out of 10 times, ridiculous odds, I know, they have Dark Ritual Liliana in turn 1, and I don't want to play that game either. We're on the draw against Angrath as the commander. What an interesting battle this could be. A Rakdos showdown for the ages. I don't know about this hand. I'm probably going to discard the Karn or one of the lands and try to improve it. Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. Just go get a black. A little Evolving Wilds impression from the land. All right, they're on the play with a Signet. That's so good. I'm so jelly. Well, let's try to improve our hand. We've got enough swamp here. Okay then. It's gonna be that way. The Shadow Mage is going to start making me discard cards. Okay, I've got some cards to chuck. Gix. Man. Looks like I'm not gonna make any 1/1s with this Pyromancer. I wonder if I discard Karn. Is it really that good? There is an Arcane Signet out there, but is it really that good? I don't think so. Also, I could discard Gix, but Gix could be very useful, both with the Bitter Reunion and making one of these 1/1s. The Gravebreaker gets the Dragon Engine, but I am not very close to using the Dragon Engine, am I? And it's a very expensive card. We need these 1/1s. The Gix is our way back into this game. There we go. We even have something that's good to discard in the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Opponent's on an all-in discard deck, which I guess makes some sense. The Tiny Bones is a real problem. Can we find some removal, though? Feed the Swarm the Pyromancer, okay. Come on, please draw something to kill this Tiny Bones. I do not like this being a board presence. There we go. That's nice and even. Kill you. Get the Davriel off the board. Get a little FaceTime. We can also bring out the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Fell Spectre says, whenever it enters the battlefield, I discard a card. Whenever I discard a card, I lose 2 life. Awesome. Cool. Now stop having blockers. Okay. I'm kind of glad that happened. They probably feel very clever, but I'm pretty glad that happened. Let's make a big flyer. Angrath comes down, we discard the looting, then we play the Gix, and the opponent's under pressure. What you gonna do? Make me discard. Yep. Opponent has a plan. It's all discard themed. Usually they have Tiny Bones as commander, but I guess the opponent really wanted some red. Sack a creature. Yeah. You got it. Those 1/1s are coming in handy. Sack their land. Cool. Bedevil. What happens? They just recast this? No, they are short of mana to recast it. The problem is it's very, very risky. I do not want to lose this Gix. I guess Gix is always slightly doomed because of the Angrath stealing it. Let's see if the opponent defends Angrath here. If they let it go to 1, we can just cast the Gix. Ooh, okay then.
The other larboard, fool!
I really want to kill this Spectre, but then discarding Gix is so sad. Losing either of these is very sad. Maybe I'll just draw with the castle and protect them both? The opponent's not going to attack me, right? You know, that might be the thing. That might be it.
No fire, no steel.
Nice top deck, jerk.
Let's do this. Time to die.
Tower. Okay. 1. So we go. Yeah, I guess we were bound to lose Gix anyway, but our life total is so low. Actually, we still play him. Thank you, Phyrexian Tower. You were somehow the perfect draw.
No fire, no steel.
8 life. All right, opponent. Another perfect top deck? Not yet. They're holding it, though. Yeah, let's get a look. Nah. What a card. All right, now what? I think we bring out the Mishra. We could bring out the Scrounger. We could bring out the Underdog, but we're so low on life. I think Mishra's trigger is what we're looking for. And now they need to top deck a land to replay the Angrath. If they do, they can steal Gix, but all they do is kill it, and then we attack and kill their Angrath, so it's no big deal.
You're just your crew for my freedom.
It ends up dying on end step anyway if you haven't read Angrath in a minute, so it's fine. This is fine. Shelly. The life totals are turning.
Start thinking fast. You're on your own.
That's a land. It says we can bring back Scrounger, but we have to sack one of these to the tower to do it. Ooh. Ah. So we were going to, if the opponent let us do it there, probably get back Gix and Pyromaster and use Gix's command to get back Gix. That's something. And also give +2/+2 and lifelink to one of these creatures. And yeah, that was going to turn the tide completely. All right. Thoughtseize, Kroxa, Ob. Are we a discard deck? Up against Prosper. Matchmaker doesn't know what to do, so they just put us against other Rakdos commanders. Priest. Have power word kill, but we really need to save it for Prosper. Light up the stage, relay. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it. So can they light up the stage next turn? Not currently. Not currently. They definitely can the next turn, but light up the stage is very conditional. What are you again? You're a warlock tiefling. I can kill you. Okay. Let's take the priest. All right. They probably didn't draw land. They do not attack. Sus. I think I'll just discard the Kroxa instead of cast it here. Like, making them discard their Galvanic Relay doesn't really matter. That card is for pretty late into a stormy turn with Prosper. If we keep Prosper off the field, the Galvanic Relay shouldn't be a problem. No lands yet. Oh, now we attack with Shambling Ghast. Yes, of course. You want that light up the stage. You hit March of Reckless Joy. What are you? Undying Malice. Okay. A little protection for something. They'll probably just march. Reckless Joy be reckless like that. Hey, we drew a land. So let's play Ob and just make a devil, I think. We need to start getting something going on the board. If we just hold up removal, there's a chance the opponent will play Prosper into it, but they probably won't. They'll probably wait till they have Undying Malice protection.
Families call me their adversary. I like that.
Here's a devil.
Go sow some chaos.
Maybe I'm just supposed to plus it there and not make the devil. It's not like I can block with the devil on the Ghast. I guess they only have Undying Malice, though, until the end of this turn. But they might use it on the Ghast, right? Till end of turn, target creature gains. When this dies, return to the battlefield with a counter on it. Yeah, that's kind of mean. Yeah, I don't like my Ob play anymore. Should have thought it out. What else would I do? Maybe just play Ob and plus. You do need to stay proactive. Reckless Joy for 1. Surprised they didn't do that on end step. Tectonic Reformation. Each land in your card has cycling. Okay. Odd choice. Cling my Kroxa. They gain 3 life. Now they can't use the Malice on the Ghast, which I think would have been a much better use of their 1 mana than the March. Because then they just could have more treasures. Crawling Barrens, cool. We don't have double black for Sorin, which hurts. But we do have a lot of removal.
Carnage. Tribute.
They discard the Immortal Sun? Dude, just pay the 2 life. Unless they have a way to reanimate it. Like, what are you doing? That's one of the best things you could have against me. Okay. Each land in your hand has cycling. You have a Mox Amber that doesn't tap for mana. You can cast the relay. You storm it. Chandra. So it says, during your next turn, you may play that card. Okay. So they got the Chandra options this coming turn, but Chandra doesn't kill Mishra, which is cool. Plus, let's play Florian. Let's attack with Mishra and get a whole bunch of trigger action. We could give haste, but let's not. Let's try to save it for Dragon Engine. And let's try to find a black source. Okay. Yep, we'll just take this swamp. Chandra does kill the Florian, but we got some value. And there was only like one swamp and a whole bunch of other cards in that top 6, so... Yay. Uh-huh.
You and I are gonna take them out.
Wah, wah, wah.
Burn!
Castle, Sig. Yep. Dark Ritual. Well, I think it's the Lamia. Let's... I guess we can wait and see what the opponent does with this Chandra. Engine. So what holds priority here? A land would, right? Because of cycling?
You work for me now, runt.
I think this is worth it. If we have the engine in the graveyard, then we don't need to worry so much. That's a trigger. And a ton of life total pressure. I will feel bad if the opponent just has a fatal push for the devil, but that doesn't matter actually, because if the devil dies, it just deals 1 to the Chandra. Yes, calculated. I knew that. Now the opponent does have the Cling to Dust, so they can use that on the engine. But that's 4 mana, most of their turn, and then they die to the creatures. Oh, it was a land. They untap. Prosper comes out. Huh. Don't think they have the mana to cling then. Oh, land. Bobble. Pass. But they didn't remove the engine. Let's go. Ah, I didn't know it was a trigger. It's not a cast, it's an ability, right? So yeah, they can do this in response. Okay. Rude. I actually didn't know that. I learned something today. Bang, bang. Time to teach the opponent a lesson.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
Down to 1. Wow. 1. So all I had to do was actually like, no, they could still gain 3 life with the cling. I was going to say all I had to do was power up Barons, kill Prosper, and attack. I think they'd still be at 1 from that. Here's a pricey Prosper. They need 1 more mana to cast that Fable. They have it. That starts the treasure train, but how far can it take them? It's 1 to 34. Malachor Rebirth makes you pay 2 life, so I guess you're dead. Treasure Storm, baby. Still the superior Rakdos commander, Mishra, claimed by Gix. Klothys, God of Destiny, is the opponent. We're on the draw. Keep, though. Nice hand. But will we ever meld Mishra? That is becoming the question. Rage Channeler is here. Harvester is ready to join. But what maniac runs Klothys as a commander? Somebody who really hates on graveyard decks? Do we attack into this? I think we do. Killing mana dorks matters. Maybe they want stuff in the graveyard for Klothys, though. And yeah, let's get the Harvester down to kill the mana dork. Grum to the Gully. Things enter with an additional +1/+1 counter. Weird. Good draw. All right, you die. Thank you. You die. Keep that on top. I'm sure if they're going to play Grim Gully, they have more creatures to target, even though, of course, we can't use it on Klothys. Can't tell if the opponent is upset or angry. I have to try harder. They drop a Torbrand? They were gonna have it too. Enough red sources to have it. Jeez. What's going on here? Incubation Druid. They kept that. Weird. All right, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna keep killing your stuff. Awakening. Does get back Harvester and possibly Chandler. Let's keep it. Could discard the Ob there and hit him for 3. Harbinger, Hexproof from Black. And when it hits me, Hexproof from Black means black creatures can still block it, though. It's not protection. When it hits me, they get a lot of advantage. Okay. That's pretty bad for us. I am dropping Ob. We're getting closer to bringing out Kroxa, too. But now I got a flyer. Thoughtseize. 5 cards in the graveyard. Chandler Trigger. 6 cards in the graveyard. Ooh, bye-bye Goldspan. The Great Henge is scary too. Here's Mishra. Squares off against the Harbinger. There's the Klothys. So next turn they get rid of the Kroxa, which is very bad for us. Cruelty of Gix. So I guess we need to empty our graveyard. Which is too bad I didn't get to use the Awakening. Cruelty of Gix is a card. Sorry, Dragon's Rage Channeler. Maybe I should have attacked first, huh? All right, here comes Klothys. Land Henge. All right, gotta deal with Henge, or just keep them from top decking the land. Village Rites is interesting. More cards is nice. So we can read ahead to the search. I don't think I have a there's no Vandal Blast, right? I don't have a 1-mana artifact that's going to take out this henge. But let's leave this open just in case. Ooh, the Surveil, if it had been a creature, would have been really good. Throw stuff in graveyard or not? With a Klothys on the field? No. So do we get the engine? I feel like getting something to deal with the henge is much better. Could get the Karn, but that doesn't fully deal with it. Bedevil or Kolaghan's Command. Yeah, I guess Kolaghan commands the best of these. Brah! Opponent gaining life all over the place, but we're coming in for chunks. Down to 4. They'll be back up to 8 before you know it. Defiler of Vigor is big. Okay, but we're still getting a Goldspan Dragon with the Cruelty, and this doesn't have reach. And they can't pay 2 life too much. Oh, they play out the land. Okay. Don't have something to discard to Croxa, so that's 3 damage. Mishra trigger, Croxa trigger. This should be it. Come to Papa. Get him, Goldspan Dragon. No hidden reach. Ya die. So still not melding, but definitely still taking the pain to all of our enemies. Ugh. Specialized commander. It's almost enough to make me scoop, but I won't give them the satisfaction. I'm not reading it. Not gonna do it. Alright, scry. Ob. Ob seems good. This Canta. Here's Scroungy. They've been overcharged Amalgam. Interesting. Alright, Signet. 2 mana open. Maybe they have a counter spell. I attack you for 3. With Casualty. No counterspell.
I'm the new boss.
No removal. Okay. We has Devil. Brazen Borrower the copy, but I already did the thing. Second Devil? Second Devil.
Oh, I have a job for you.
Jeez. They had no problem. They just massacred me. Okay, let's hope that this bank job resolves. We need the value. Yay! Well, that'll try to keep pace with his Canta. So this is at the beginning of your end. Hold still. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card if a library has more cards in it than target opponent's library. Otherwise, each opponent mills 5 cards. All right, I milled and I got hit squee. So that's something. But can I draw lands? Never. Let's get this thing off the field. Gonna have to do better than that. And let's make treasures. Because apparently we won't draw lands this game. is back. Actually, it doesn't even attack here. We would have to draw a removal spell. Let's keep the treasure. Yay, I'm glad we did. Oh, would have drawn it anyway. Swift End for you. Do we play Harvester? Do we play Inquisition? Bankbuster? I might need to use Adversary to bring back a Heartless Act if they play this guy again. And they might. So let's just save it. Mana constraints are really hurting us, but we're hanging in there. They bin Seagate Restoration. They could have cast that. That was a draw 4? City Stalker Connoisseur, whatever. Which 2-drop do I want to lose? You can go. Tome. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Make them stop. All right. We got another turn to find a treasure now to bring the adversary out. So let's bring out this Scrounger. Not a land. Also not a land. I'm dying. All right, attack. Tradesies. Sure. All right. Bankbuster, don't play the giant. I need the treasure. I'm actually going to just draw here and see if I hit the land. Hey. All right, now we're doing it. How close are you to a flip? Still a little ways away. That's the problem with ramping. You're not feeding his Kanta. It's a very expensive play. All right, we'll bring out the Scrounger again. Opponent will draw, I believe. Yep. 3/5 that draws a card, I guess. It's far from embarrassing, but is it good? Yeah, I'm not letting you keep him on the board. He's too dangerous. Opponent has enough of that. Do we do what we gotta do? On the draw against Jetmir, we don't have a sweeper. We have Florian. Is Florian gonna get through? Can brickwall tokens a bit. I don't know. It's hard to turn down turn 1 Thoughtseize, right? But I feel like I'm gonna get run over if I keep this hand. Just no removal, no interaction. On the draw, it's just so hard to keep a hand like that. This is not a lot better, but at least it has more looks at interaction. Smashing? Is that what it's gonna take? Okay, they say go. They've got something. They're probably going to kill this. We should get our Surveil trigger while we can. Or we should play Valky. Yeah, let's just get in their hand, shall we? They might have a token maker, like raise the alarm. We'd want to know before we attack. So they have swords. Their hand is not good. Very, very not good. I'll take this vampire. They need to top deck land. That's a gutsy keep. And they are holding on that swords too. Weird. They hit the natural Tron. Probably the best draw they could have. All right, here we go. Their gutsy keep might completely work out. Yeah, they're gonna hold that swords forever, I guess. Well, here comes Black Market Connections, which can give us the ramp to make this smashing a real removal spell. Don't need that land. Okay, they finally got impatient with the swords. I thought they were just going to hold it for Mishra forever. All right, Vampire hits the field. Legion's Landing will draw a card. Yeah, their top decks are perfect. Yeah, if they stack their deck, they might do it that way. So, hard mode, I guess. All modes. So right now I have a smashing for 2. Not good enough. So I need to develop a bit. We can play the Signet. We can also play the Duress. Maybe we also play the Faithless Looting. Try to make this into a 3-1. All right. Well, that Mirari's Wake has to go. Or maybe it's March of the Multitudes. But Mirari's Wake is so good. All right, land to the grave. If I let them have March and then play Jetmir, they pretty close to winning, but we can try to draw a removal spell for Jetmir. It's much harder to find removal for the Wake. Let's loot to something good. That'll do. And that will do as well. So I still want a Cruelty. Do we discard Signet here? We probably discard Smashing, but do we discard Signet? Yeah. No instant down there. Is that a land I need? No. Not with the connections. Not with the connections I've got. Alright, that was a really good turn cycle. Now we'll see if they hit land for Vorinclex, or they spend their turn on March. They hit land. It's Vorinclex. Man, they are trouble. What an opponent. All right. But we are finding the answers. Heal it. Keep that on top. Yes. This is a demon, so we can't kill that, but I'm sure it'll find a home. Mishra triggers. Let's start gaining some life back. Connection is really taking over now. Yeah, big March of the Multitudes turn. Again, I'm brave like that, even in the face of March. So how big is this? 5. I guess if they have the Anthem effect, they can win. So we need to have Murderous Rider available. So we can't go full Cruelty mode. Well, let's start with an attack, see how they play it. I guess I could also Reunion for haste. That's a little bit more trigger, and they're at 10. They have to block a lot. That's really good. Forget Cruelty. That can go. I think that I didn't do the math, but I think if I fetch Vorinclex with my Cruelty, they would still survive. Because these all have lifelink. But if we force a lot of them to block, that's really good for us too. So they lose 5. I gain a 5. They make 5. They're taking 3 for sure. And then they go up to 10, so 7. So yeah, using a spot removal spell here won't quite do it. Got some multi-blocks. Taking out some shapeshifters. It's fine with me. Looks like they're bailing on that plan. They should probably just try to find lethal on the way back. And it looks like that's what they're doing. They're blocking enough to live. And then hoping to find lethal on the way back. We're hoping they don't draw a protection spell for Jetmir. Although, I still don't think we're dead. Seems like a good card in the graveyard. Probably should have denied them vigilance. Forgot about the vigilance. But the trigger will kill them first. Because they're a 5. Alright, let's just make a treasure. That's all we need. Finish them. Showcase the power black market connections for sure. But I think the dream of melding Mishra today dies. And we are back for the post-game wraps, and my record with Mishra for competitive Historic Brawl has been 19-8 with a 70% win rate. The latest version went 8-1, which those are fun stats. Those make you think that Mishra, claimed by Gix, can be a winner. However, I will put it out there. The tier is not super competitive. It's pretty clear that for the most part, the matchmaker doesn't know what to do with Mishra, claimed by Gix, and I'm not sure if anybody's even adjusting the matchmaking tiers anymore, but I'm not going against the best commanders. The best commander I played against was probably Prosper and Jetmir, and those are two commanders that can reach the upper level with a really good build, but for the most part are hanging out comfortable in a low A, high B tier. I think Mishra, claimed by Gix, honestly, is when built to the best of its ability, playing against other decks built to the best of their ability in a high C tier. It's not the greatest commander for the Rakdos archetype, and I definitely think Rakdos midrange is better suited by Prosper. So that's my honest opinion of the deck. That said, Prosper doesn't meld into a freaking monster Mishra lost to Phyrexia, which is a very hard mission to complete. I played for many hours and was unable to meld Mishra for this particular video. So if you like a tough mission, if you like a challenge, if you want to climb a mountain because it's there, then Mishra, claimed by Gix, might be for you. And I did have fun working on the deck, so it's not without its joy. So thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool. Hey guys, please check out the Degenerate Gaming Extra Life playmat featuring the art from the Innistrad tokens for MTG Nerd Girl and me, cHB. It is for charity. It's $21.99 on Ultra Pro's website, ultrapro.com. All the proceeds go to Extra Life charity. Thank you very much. I know this will be the last playmat I throw at you this year, but it's for a good cause, and it's the last chance to get this awesome artwork combined onto one playmat. Please check it out and support a good cause. Thank you. You're cool.